How's it going, guys? This is Avollon, and welcome back to Avollon's World. Winter Desert. This is not where we left off in the last episode, and yeah, I've been busy, or I'm starting to get busy. I've only filled up that much so far, but I figured I'd record the intro to this video because, as I stated at the end of the last episode, this is going to be kind of a special. And by the title and the thumbnail, you can kind of tell it's going to be relating to Star Wars. Because, well, if I type in my name, Avollon SW is Avollon Star Wars. Very creative, I know, but Avollon was taken, so I had to put something at the end of it. And Star Wars, I really like it. It's one of my favorite things, aside from Minecraft. So, we're going to combine the two. And, every May 4th, they always call it National Star Wars Day. It's May the 4th be with you. Very convenient, right? So, we're going to take advantage of that. You should be seeing this episode on Monday. If everything goes well, we are going to be making one massive project to help celebrate Star Wars and to help celebrate Season 7 of the Clone Wars as well, because that is ending on Monday, May 4th. So, what are we building? Well, there's no point in me not telling you, because you've seen the thumbnail. It's going to be a giant map art of the 332nd clone trooper that is present in like the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars Season 7 during the Siege of Mandalore. We're going to be building that over an ocean with concrete, so I need to gather up a lot of sand. I got the gravel, I just need the sand. So I'm going to do that, and I will be back once I got all the resources gathered, and we'll discuss where we're going to be building this. Of our map, and that's the map right there. It's like somewhere out in the middle here, kind of like directly right in front of us. Our base is back that way, not too far away, but this is a place where I'm probably never going to visit, though those desert hills look really cool. But yeah, other than that, there's no reason for me to come over here. There's nothing. There's maybe an old village close by, and that's about it. So I've gathered up all the resources. These aren't even half of them. I've got like 3 shulker boxes of orange concrete and 3 shulker boxes of white concrete, all stashed up in my ender chest here. I can actually show you if I can open it. Yeah, I've got 3 of orange, 3 of white, and hopefully that should be enough. I found a program called, I think it's Spritecraft something, I forget what it's called now. But it can convert images into Minecraft maps, and it converts it into Minecraft blocks. And you get to pick and choose which blocks you want, and then you can pick a grid pattern over it to make it easier to build. So that's what I did. I have a perfect image in pixels, but I can't clearly distinguish how many pixels it is, and etc. So obviously I need to have some sort of grid work, because this is a large scale project, and if I don't build it right, and it converts it into Minecraft blocks, and you get to pick and choose which blocks you want, and then you can pick a grid pattern. Oh, it's going to take quite some time to build this. So since it's just going to be building, and it's just going to be boom, 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 block, 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 thousands of them, it's not going to be that entertaining of me just coming back and here's some progress, here's some progress, here's some progress, So, instead of me doing that, we're going to do some time lapses, and I haven't done a third-person time lapse since the first time I've done them, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do a handful of them, probably, getting this project done, because it's going to take a lot of time. And this needs to make an episode, so why not make a whole bunch of time lapses? This is going to be one time-lapse heavy episode, so you guys should start to hear some music, and let's get into that third-person time lapse. guys enjoyed that time lapse. I figured out a new way to do time lapses now. Probably should have clicked in my mind at some point when watching other people's videos that they had to render the time lapse at some point. And I've just kind of been recording the time lapse, shrinking it down as much as it could, and just throwing it in the video. And I didn't know I could actually render the time lapse by itself and then shrink that again. So yeah, fancy stuff. So that should have been a fancy time lapse to see third person and super quick, which isn't something that I've done before. So we're crossing all the bars today, but I've made some progress here, as you can see on the map, and let me just say it looks phenomenal. I added in the orange and these white strips or markings by myself. I'm not following any pictures. Like, I'm following a picture off of this, but I'm not following like any template. This is me figuring it out by hand, and it wasn't the easiest thing to do because it's got a lot of, points and sharp edges. Like, it's not rounded at all, so it's kind of hard to get it accurate. But then again, the entire helmet's rounded, and we can't do that in this game. So it looks as good as I'm gonna get it. I'm pleased with how this looks now, and I like how the orange, like, you can see the bright orange of the concrete versus the dull orange on the map. But if you look at a 332nd Clone Trooper helmet, it's not like I think it is kind of like a brighter orange, but I think it's more like the map, if I'm not mistaken. So all we gotta do now is, continue. That's all we gotta do. So you should start to hear some more music, because we're going right into another third-person time-lapse. So yeah, let's get into it. Well, I can clearly say that I have underestimated how much time this would take. I'm in the spectator account right now, and I'm actually off of here now. This is just the spectator on the actual computer, not my laptop. I got half of it done. I'd say this is probably more than half of the helmet is done. The hardest parts, I feel like, are done. The hardest parts were the markings up there, and this part right here was a pain to deal with. Getting these right, and then these little tiny gray bits at the end of the tiny light gray bits at the end of the gray bits weren't lining up right on each side, and then I had to figure out the freaking mouth here, and yeah, it was headache after headache, and yeah, I completely underestimated how much time I would need for this project. I had originally intended to make 2 rinky-dink statues, so I didn't dedicate too much time to getting this out for Monday, and it's Monday now. I'm not done with it, and yeah, it's actually not even Monday, it's actually Tuesday now, so yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna continue working on this. We got a little bit left to do, so we're definitely gonna do another third-person time lapse. But I do want to say, since it is Tuesday, it was May the 4th yesterday. This probably won't get out till Wednesday at the earliest, if I'm lucky. But the Clone Wars season finale, series finale even, premiered Monday, May 4th, and I'm happy with it. Good stuff there. Really, really excited about this season. It was really good, except for the middle four, kind of. But the last four were absolutely amazing. The Siege of Mandalore was awesome. These clone troopers looked awesome. I want everything to do with these clone troopers. That's why I'm making this helmet in Minecraft so I can just put it up on my base. So anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing on here. Should start to hear some more music again for the third-person time-lapse of today's episode. Hopefully it should be the last. And there it is, the finished product, how we are always going to see it, up on the wall in an item frame. And I can clearly tell what it is. I can clearly tell the angles and everything. And yeah, I'm trying to jump up over a shulker box. It looks great. Up close it looks great. Far away it looks great. The angles look right. The colors look amazing. I'm super, super satisfied with this project and how it turned out. If you guys want to see what it looks like, you guys seen it at the end of the time lapse. But that's what it looks like. And it's just a random floating helmet in the ocean, and there's never going to be anything else over here. Maybe. Maybe I'll change my mind and do something over here. But is that a giant mushroom? Oh yeah, there's a little tiny dark oak forest. See, I get distracted too easily. 332nd Clone Trooper helmet. Done dusted. We now got a new, I guess you can call it a painting, to display around the base. So that's cool. And we got a nice little monument to Star Wars. Yeah, well, this is technically the monument, and then this is technically like, maybe like a pamphlet or a picture of it, something like that. Who knows? But I think it looks great. It's probably not 100% accurate. The colors and markings might be a little different, but I like the way it looks. I went off of my thing, kind of eyeballed some things, and I'm satisfied with how this turned out. So, if you guys enjoyed this episode, it's taken a lot longer than I thought it has. The time lapses should be a lot better and a lot shorter than they used to be, because they used to be however long they were, and I would have to cut a time lapse short because of that. But now that I know I can re-render them after I shrink them down, it gives me the opportunity of just making a time lapse however long I need it to be, and then that's it. So the time lapses should be better. That should be awesome. There was 3 of them this episode, and that's going to take a while to edit because I got to render each time lapse individually before I render the final video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments section below, and if you could, please hit that red subscribe button. We're closing in on 100. I think it's at 87, I think, last time I checked. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, and may the Force be with you. I'll catch you in the next one. Farewell.